It's time for us to do a little flying. We're so excited. It is Oshkosh 2021 time. Going to EAA AirVenture, and we've already got some really cool plans in the works. Welcome to Jump In with Aaron and Emily. We are so stoked to have you here. We named this channel Jump In for a couple of pretty specific reasons.
Yeah, so we've spent a lot of time on YouTube over the last few years building cars and boats and really cool stuff like that. And now we want to take you on adventures in those. We also want to cook, we want to fish, and just have a good time and take you along.
And Jump In is also a metaphor for life for us that we really try to live by, which is, if there's something we want to do or somewhere we want to go, we just try and jump in. So our hope is that we can inspire you to do the same and attract other folks that live by the same principle. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe. Let the adventures begin. It's time to load Ellie up.
Yep, the winds look really good. The weather looks pretty good. When we get closer to our destination, there's some storms, but we're not going to push ourselves today. We're probably going to stop halfway and just maybe camp at the airport or sleep in the FBO. That's a gas station if you're not familiar with airplanes. Or get a hotel. We don't know. But either way, we're going to head that direction and have some fun.
Alrighty, bags are in the plane. We've got all the weight in these back seats because you don't want it in the far back for weight and balance. So we've got our luggage, got some snacks. I think we're pretty much good to go, babe.
That's right.
Do a little pre-flight action and hit the skies. Shout out to Flight Outfitters. Aaron got this awesome new flight bag for his birthday from Josh Flowers, and it is awesome. Digging it.
We do a really thorough pre-flight, and after that, once we decide she's ready to fly, it's time to pull her out of the hangar.
That was awesome. That was our buddy Art flying out in his Mooney, and Aaron's about to pull the Bronco into the hangar, so she's tucked in while we're on our trip. Good stuff. Time to load up.
Clear prop. When I get to the end of the runway, I always do a run up to make sure that my engine's performing perfectly, make sure both mags are working, and I go through my checklist to make sure that the controls are working properly and nothing's lining up or hanging or anything like that. One additional thing that I do on a strip like this, where there's houses on both ends and trees, is I'll do a static run up. That's where you go to the end of the threshold, put the power in, and I'm looking for the perfect RPM. My airplane, it's between 22 and 2300. That assures me that it's producing full power and I'm getting all the horsepower I need out of that airplane. It was a pretty hot day outside and the airplane was fairly heavy, so I made the choice to go to a different airport with a longer runway to get our fuel. This is our first fuel stop of probably about 5 in the entire trip. It's a nice little airport close to home. They have nice cheap gas. Can you turn the pump on for me?
Yes, sir. So we just had a quick restroom break and Aaron is in this pilot's lounge. This is an FBO. So our plane is right out there. We got fuel right there, pulled it over to this nice little parking spot here. And this door has a code that only pilots will know. So most FBOs, fixed base operation.
Fixed base
operator. Lots of small airports will have an FBO, and lots of these airports have great little lounges like these where you can come, and if you are put down by weather or something like that, you can stay for the night. And it's super, super cool.
There's a shower back there.
There's a shower, and lots of these FBOs are equipped like this. Like, it's really, really neat the way they welcome you in, and it's very much the honor system. Usually snacks, candy, drinks. And it's really, really neat. So this is literally a futon. And if we were put down by weather, then we could stay here.
There's a car here we can use too.
Yep, lots of the little FBOs have what they call courtesy cars. Lots of them are like retired Crown Vics. And yeah, you can just take the car, use it, because your airplane's on their tarmac. They know you're not going to steal the car. So it's a really, really neat situation. We utilize FBOs quite frequently in our travels, and it's really, really neat. We will be back in the sky very soon.
As a pilot, we look at forecast and the current weather and stuff like that. One thing that is not reported is smoke in the air. There's no technology that'll show you that. This trip is a good example, and we never anticipated it. It was very tiring, hard on the eyes, and just some of the more difficult flying I've done trying to stay in VFR conditions and stay out of the clouds.
Some fuel. Let's buy some avgas, babe.
Let's do it. 100 low lead.
It's gonna cost us what did you calculate?
I don't know, I have to do the math because the prices are different, but $400 or $500
to fly from East Texas to Oshkosh, Wisconsin in our little Cessna. Not bad. All right, got an update for y'all. It's about 5 in the evening, and Aaron was just looking at weather right after we fueled up here in Monette, Missouri, and he does not want to go any further. The visibility is just kind of junk out there, and it's supposed to be clearer tomorrow, so we're just gonna grab a hotel and stay here for the night. So we're gonna grab our stuff out of the plane, and we just filled out a little piece of paper to be able to take the courtesy car overnight. So it's a good plan. All right, here's our courtesy car. Cool, man. Impala.
Nothing wrong with that.
Usually with courtesy cars, you only want to take it for like an hour at a time, just in case other pilots come in and they need to use it. But I talked to our guy that was working the airport, and I was like, I don't want to take the courtesy car in case someone comes and needs it this evening. And he's like, nobody's gonna need it tonight. You guys just take it and then bring it back in the morning. Whenever you depart, it'll be just fine. So it's always nice when they tell you that, and that's what we're going to do. So we'll see y'all in the morning when it's time to fly out. I may look like I've had enough coffee, but I had not, because I thought I was rolling video and it was really just a time lapse. The weather is pretty good and it's time to hit the skies. Off we go to Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. It was a beautiful morning on the ground, but man, once we got in the sky, the smoke is still making visibility just junk. It was reported 10 miles visibility, but man, once you got up there, there is just no horizon. So hard to see. arrived at Fond du Lac Airport. We got Ellie secured and ready for her week parked at Fond du Lac. Before we knew it, we were tucked into our house that our friends Josh and Chelsea so wonderfully picked out. We could even see the airplanes on approach to the airport. This house was full of so many awesome people. We have amazing memories to look back on. Here's just one of them.
Upstairs. Yes. So this is the one that y'all can kind of set up your stuff in if you want.
We couldn't have asked for a more fun group to spend the week with. And oh, the adventures that the next day held. It's happening. We couldn't have asked for a better adventure to start off our Oshkosh week. We went to Appleton Airport, met up with our friends at Phillips 66. Huge thanks to those guys. They own Kendall Motor Oil, and they're our official partner over on our other channel, Flying Sparks Garage. We were given this opportunity, along with our friend Josh of Aviation 101, to ride along with the Phillips 66 Aerostars. We took off in the most stylish formation, and it was so much fun to look over at Josh and Aaron and see their smiling faces looking back at me. We could not stop grinning from ear to ear. If you want to see that entire ride and all of the smiles and amazing moments, be sure to hit up Flying Sparks Garage. I'll put the link in the description for the full episode of this awesome adventure. We had an absolute blast. Huge thanks to the Phillips 66 Aviation Lubricant team. We were so honored to fly with Harvey, Paul, and Jerry. Making our way over to Whitman Field to experience Oshkosh, the incredible event that AirVenture is. Walking around these airplanes is mesmerizing. I wish they could talk to tell their stories and all that they've seen. Over 10,000 aircraft flew in for Oshkosh. Over 600,000 people of all ages and all walks of life, all with a passion for aviation and what it means to them.
It's been a dream of mine for quite a while to be able to bring his things and put them in front of one of these planes.
Oh my gosh.
They don't let you do that in the museums.
No, they sure don't. That is so amazing. How cool, man. Her dad flew that plane. And to have it be here and not in a museum where she can walk up to it and take pictures with it, it's just so incredible. I wish I knew more about that aircraft. Neither of us really know the details on it, but man, it's just incredible, the birds that you see here. Amazing. Garmin booth to check out Scrappy. There's Chandra right there. Mike and Chandra are amazing people, and we loved watching this airplane build. It is incredible, the build quality and all the things that he built to put this plane together. It is just amazing. So cool to see in person. So much carbon fiber on this plane, like, it is nutty. Even the prop is carbon fiber. The spinner, I would imagine the cowling is too. It is just incredible. Hello, 600 horse, 13 liters. What? Nutty. He really is search and rescue too. He does some incredible work. Look at this insane solar system. Like, what? That is stellar. Lunch break. So cool, I want one too. I want to go fly around and then land on the water.
Yeah.
Now this is a pretty legit setup. Awesome enclosed trailer. Room for a car underneath the airplane. What? Freaking awesome. Check out this RV conversion made out of a DC-3 fuselage built on top of a big truck chassis. You just don't see stuff like this every day. So after a lovely evening of hanging out with hilarious friends and talking airplanes and life, we are headed to the night air show, which was last night, but it got rescheduled because of bad weather. It's tonight, and we are headed there now to the flight line to get the best prime real estate to watch the show. We're excited. Before we knew it, night had fallen, and Matt Youngkin was incredible in this act, with his plane lit up and smoke. I didn't film all of the acts. I wish I had filmed the one where they had fireworks literally mounted to the airplane as it was flying across the sky. It was mesmerizing. The fireworks show, and quite frankly, recreational explosives are amazing at EAA. Everyone's faces on the flight line just light up with the power of the freedom being exploded in the sky. It's just an absolutely gorgeous thing to experience. This was our first time to see the night show, and we had always been told it was unforgettable. And man, were they right. We cannot wait for Oshkosh 2022. We sure hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe and leave your thoughts below in the comment section. We look forward to seeing y'all on the next episode.